Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon's proceedings are about to start. Please take your seats and ensure your mobile phones are set to silent. Thank you. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon's proceedings are about to start. Please take your seats and ensure your mobile phones are set to silent. Thank you.
Yasin.
Hey Mohammed, what's up?
You ever look at these old photos and marvel at places like Jubail, Msa'id, Sahar, Shaiba, and Ruwais transformed? From the barren landscape to the heartbeat of our industrial world and vibrant communities across the GCC.
It's like witnessing a desert bloom into an oasis of innovation. They saw value in what seemed valueless, turning what was once just a vast emptiness into a hub of life and industry.
And it is not just about what was built on the land. We had oil, yes, but that was not a sure formula for success. Others had similar resources, but did not quite capture the same essence of transformation as we did.
Absolutely. It's a tale of vision and resilience, leaders with foresight, and a populace brimming determination and creativity.
Remember how it all started? Kuwait began with chemical fertilizers. Then Qatar soon sparked the petrochemical industry in the region. From skepticism and basic infrastructure to pioneers in the field.
Across the GCC, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Kuwait, Bahrain, Oman, our leaders were more than just figureheads. They were architects of the future, investing in education, nurturing human capital, laying down the groundwork for an industrial revolution we're still part of.
So back to our initial thought. Do you think the chemical industry we have built will endure the test of time?
Well, Mohammed, there's only one way to find out. We'll have to travel to the year 2023 and see for ourselves.
I'm ready. Let's go. Here we are, 2023 in the flush, Asil. Today, in an era of diversification, our industry's product portfolio exploded, spanning polymers, performance chemicals, high-value specialty products, and more. And we cater to a wide range of industries: automotive, agriculture, convergence, construction, healthcare, and the list goes on and on. In fact, the chemical sector contributes to about 39% to the region's manufacturing GDP.
And just look at the technological strides we've made, from AI integration and big data analytics to the adoption of the Internet of Things for real-time monitoring and process optimization.
We're not just establishing benchmarks in tech integration, but also sustainability. We have got the world's largest CCUS unit, capturing up to 500,000 tons of CO2. That's the equivalent of planting 11 million trees. Also, various solar projects across the regions working to reduce our CO2 emissions, and several carbon capture and conversion initiatives across our region, aiming to reduce GHG emissions from manufacturing processes.
We're serious about our carbon footprint, just like we're serious about being closer to our customers. Our industry is committed to enhancing its global presence through inorganic growth and setting up production facilities abroad in partnership with global players, bolstering our foothold in key international markets.
And back at home, we are adding 15% of current capacity over the next 5 years, the most notable of which is Aramco and SABIC crude oil to chemical JV project. In 2023, we are always looking at what's next, increasing our investment in research and development, developing new products, enhancing existing processes, and finding new sustainable solutions to current obstacles.
Our commitment to R&D has not just fostered innovation in the industry, but also positioned GCC countries as leaders in the field of sustainability. Right now, GCC players are combining their efforts to lower GHG emissions in a first-of-its-kind regional alliance. They'll see chemical producers pledge their commitment to shaping a more sustainable world.
And let's not forget food security. Today, 5% of the world's population is supported by GCC agri-nutrients. Plus, we're excelling in designing for recyclability with certified circular products, bringing us even closer to building a better future for all.
Our national visions serve as a compass, guiding our journey towards innovation and excellence. They inspire us to push boundaries and explore new horizons, keeping us focused on building a brighter, more prosperous future.
In these visions, we find the drive to excel and the commitment to contribute. They remind us that every step we take is a stride towards a more vibrant, thriving community, encouraging us to continually strive for greater achievements. Now, let's see what the industry looks like in the year 2050.
Say no more, Mohammed. Let's test time again.
Yalla!
Welcome to the future, Mohammed.
Wow, it looks amazing.
Our chemical industry continued its strides, expanding its global position and contribution to the GDP by the year 2050. With the ambitious vision of the GCC leadership and the human capital and strategic sectors, the Arabian Gulf emerged as a fertile ground for innovation and the leading global hub for clean energy. And we've taken every opportunity to invest in climate neutral and circular solutions, enabling the GCC's economy to thrive globally. And we've supported this future by inventing new materials to create innovative applications, developing tech that embraces circular models, and forming new relationships to make circularity a reality.
In the year 2050, our industry stands at the forefront, having made major contributions to the achievements of the UN's Sustainable Development Goals. We're tackling environmental challenges head-on, enhancing agricultural productivity and creating sustainable materials that better the world. And the Middle East Green Initiative is just a testament to our commitment. Planting 50 billion trees across the Middle East is not just about improving air quality. It's a bold step towards reducing global CO2 emissions and restoring degraded land.
However, even with the development of clean technologies, fossil fuels remain a key component in the future energy mix.
That's right, Asil. And despite the increase of automation, human ingenuity still plays a crucial role in innovation and building a brighter future for all.
So, how can we make sure that that future we're seeing now will come to be? What can we, as the youth, as future industry leaders, do to ensure our industry truly stands the test of time?
Well, the chemical industry in the GCC states can play a crucial role in achieving common transformation goals. Workforce upskilling and investing in advancing digitalization, datification of work, sustainability and renewable energy, and the circular carbon economy. These are all important pieces of the larger puzzle.
If I look at those who came before us and what we've achieved so far, I believe we can build this future if we work together.
Definitely, Yasir. Our journey through the chemical industry in the GCC so far tells us a story of vision, innovation, and relentless progress. From humble beginnings, we have grown into a powerhouse, shaping not just our region, but the entire planet.
So, here's a message to future innovators. As our planet grows and innovation soars, our energy use is going up too. We're counting on you to find clever and efficient ways to use this energy, whilst also keeping our planet clean and safe. It's a big challenge, but we know you've got what it takes to make a real difference.
Today, we stand on the shoulders of giants. Our present is built on the legacy of pioneers who dared to dream bigger, dream braver. We have embraced sustainability, technology, and innovation and set a global standards for the chemical industry.
Now, the baton is passing to a new generation, to you, to us, to the youth, the future leaders, the innovators, and the solution providers.
Your energy, creativity, and passion are the keys to unlocking even greater achievements for the years to come.
And as we confidently look into the future, it's clear we will face obstacles, but it's all necessary to create a better world and an industry that stands the test of time.
Together, we're ready for the challenges ahead. It's our collective efforts that will propel us towards a more sustainable, prosperous world.
And it all starts here, today, at the 17th Annual GPCA Forum in Doha.
Your Highnesses, Excellencies, Ministers, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the opening ceremony of the 17th Annual GPCA Forum. Please welcome your MC for this afternoon, Mariam Al-Mohannadi.
Your Royal Highnesses, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Good evening to you all. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome you to this special opening ceremony of the 17th edition of GPCA Annual Forum, being held for the very first time in Doha. My name is Mariam Ahmed Al-Mohannadi, and I'm honored to be your host and MC for the next 3 days. In an ever-changing environment filled with uncertainties, organizations are continuously faced with new challenges and opportunities. In this rapidly advancing environment, we must seize those opportunities for our businesses to flourish. Ladies and gentlemen, over the next 3 days, we are going to hear from our esteemed delegates, speakers, and industry peers from across the region and the world who are going to reflect on long-term sustainability and adaptability of our industry and share a profound understanding of the potential changes, innovations that will equip and shape our future. Our assembly today in Doha represents a key chapter in the annual forum rotation plan. As the forum established itself as a flagship event on the global chemical industry calendar. And with this rotation plan, it was adopted to host the event each year in a different GCC country. And the first edition was successfully started last year in Riyadh, with the forum being graciously hosted by SABIC. Now, in its 17th edition, we continue this legacy in Doha, proudly hosted by Qatar Energy. It is our honor to welcome you today and to have the forum here in Doha. And as a Qatari national, I feel proud that we are gathered here in the state of Qatar, the country that not only stands as a beacon for economic prosperity, but also stands as the bridge between culture and civilizations. Allow me to echo the sentiments by quoting His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. مرحبا بالجميع في دوحة الجميع. Thank you for joining us this evening for another fantastic edition, which promises to provide a highly compelling conference program, a variety of new and improved features, and ample networking opportunities. This is a special evening, as we are joined by visionary leaders from across the GCC, each of whom will share a special ministerial address that will guide the roadmap and the future of our chemical industry in the region. We've also prepared a tremendous program comprising of one of the most regional and important industry awards. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming on stage Engineer Abdurrahman Al-Faqih, CEO of SABIC and Chairman of GPCA, to deliver his welcome remarks.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Your Royal Highness, Prince Abdulaziz bin Salman, the Saudi Energy Minister, Your Excellency Saad Al-Ka'bi, Qatar Energy Affairs Minister, and Your Excellency Salim Al-Aufi, the Oman Energy and Minerals Minister, Your Highness, Your Excellency distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a great pleasure to welcome you all to the 17th Annual GPCA Forum here in Doha. I would like to thank first Qatar Energy for hosting us here in Doha for the first time, and I would like also to extend my gratitude to all the team members in GPCA for this great arrangements. Beside the pioneers of the petrochemical industry in the Arabian Gulf, Qatar is known for its hospitality and for being a hub for advancement and innovation. With its world-class infrastructure, Qatar has a successful track of records for hosting the large-scale global events, such as the FIFA World Cup last year, welcoming 3.4 million spectators from all over the world. So what better place to organize the year's annual GPCA Forum and come together to discuss the challenges and opportunities facing the industry currently. As we gather for the 17th edition of this esteemed event, it is a moment of reflection and pride for us all. Over the years, this forum has not just been a meeting place, but a dynamic platform that has significantly contributed to the growth and evolution of our industry in this region. Our journey from the inception of this forum, it is a testament to a vision that combined entrepreneurial spirit with robust industry knowledge, a vision that has been inherited and cherished across generations. Today, we witnessed in the opening video the legacy continue to inspire and the aspiration of the youth. The vibrancy and innovation showcased are not only a source of pride for our generation, but also a beacon of hope for the future. Our journey so far is not just a success, but a foundation for the future that we all look forward with optimism and determination. The annual GPCA Forum takes place at a crucial time for the chemical and petrochemical industry, as we contend with important challenges that will shape the industry future for decades to come. At the same time, we continue to see geopolitical risks, uncertainties in feedstock prices, energy mix, energy demand, and the global economic outlook that will continue to influence the chemical business in the region and the countries in which we operate or export our products. As overall, the chemical industry needs to remain resilient in the face of ongoing challenges and invent new avenues for growth, where chemistry is an essential solution provider to the challenges to the world face. Innovating for the future, creating to the growing demands of our customers, and successfully navigating worlds that will more complex than ever before will be a key imperative for the industry in 2024 and beyond. Over the next few days, we will hear invaluable perspectives from regional government officials, chemical industry leaders, technology providers, numerous experts in their field, and last but not least, our youth, who have a vital role to play in shaping sustainable future for our industry. Our transformation towards a more prosperous, innovative, and sustainable sector will undoubtedly require to all to embrace a spirit of collaboration and the exchange of best practices. It will require the active participation, advocacy, and support from every individual in every sector across the industry value chain, from government to industry to academia, associations, NGOs, and even the public. We all have a role to play in challenging the status quo and contributing to a better tomorrow. I therefore urge you to take the opportunity and make the most out of this important gathering, where the past, present, and future of the chemical industry converge. We can learn and to be inspired from the past, which we shaped by a long legacy of the chemical industry founding fathers, and look at the milestone that we have achieved through the industry journey since its very inception until today. Our present will require to take an action now, exchange knowledge, and collaborate to secure a better future where the new generation can thrive and prosper. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Engineer Al-Faqih, for the warm welcome. Now, moving to our hosts, I'd like to invite on stage His Excellency Saad Sharidi Al-Ka'bi, Minister of State for Energy Affairs and President and CEO of Qatar Energy. Welcome, Your Excellency.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Your Royal Highness, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to Doha for the 17th Annual GPCA Forum. This is an important event that has grown over the years to become the flagship petrochemical event in the Middle East, thanks to GPCA's collective efforts. This is also the first time this distinguished forum convenes in the state of Qatar. I wish you the best of success in your upcoming discussions and deliberations. This year's event provides a valuable platform to discuss strategic priorities, such as driving operational excellence, advancing new technologies, enhancing production efficiency, and transforming our industry to a sustainable and future-ready, if you will. In fact, no meaningful discussion of the energy industry can take place today without addressing the pressing environmental issues and concerns of many people, particularly the transition to a cleaner form of energy. Hence, the importance of this year's theme, mobilizing chemistry for impactful transformation. There is no doubt that for a meaningful and realistic transition, there should be a serious understanding of what needs to be done and what can be achieved. And in the face of prevailing emotional and unrealistic rhetoric, well, we all need to take a step back and seek common understanding of what can and cannot be done. The path of this evolving landscape should always lead us to equitable, secure, and sustainable energy transition that will help protect the planet while providing economic growth. In my view, to achieve this goal, we need to maintain focus on three important areas: that are essential in enabling transition. First, greater investment in energy efficiency and low-carbon innovation. This includes renewable energy integration, carbon capture and sequestration, low-carbon solutions to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, and the carbon intensity in chemical manufacturing. Other areas of importance cover optimizing resource use, waste reduction, waste management, and developing circular economies through improving recycling and reuse of material. The second is the political commitment. We need coordinated policies and incentives to support the petrochemical industry's success. And finally, the third enabler is awareness. It is not enough, nor even fair, to put the onus on the energy producers. We need the real story to be told within our workforce, across societies, and among consumers about the critical role the chemical industry plays in bettering lives worldwide. Communication campaigns and educational programs to drive change. We need to make sure that all stakeholders appreciate our industry's immense value and contribution. In doing so, I believe we can achieve important progress to ensure that we meet the long-term aspirations we have set for our important industry. Since its establishment in 2006, GPCA has worked diligently to build a strong GCC chemical industry. Today, with more than 250 member companies from the chemical and allied industries, GPCA is focused on dealing with the most important challenges and trends impacting the use of petrochemical products. At the same time, it is placing greater emphasis on promoting energy efficiency, developing new energy sources, and delivering unique projects. Here in the state of Qatar, the growth and evolution of the petrochemical industry has been on a steady path of success since QAPCO's establishment almost half a century ago. And with great effort by QAFCO, we take pride in building the world's largest blue ammonia plant that will produce 1.2 million tons per annum of blue ammonia. This plant will be the most sustainable facility of its kind. As part of this project, we're implementing CCS technology to capture and sequester around 1.5 million tons per annum of CO2. Furthermore, part of the electric power to this facility will come from a solar power plant currently under construction in Mesaeed by Qatar Energy. I'm equally proud that QAFCO is already the world's largest integrated single-site producer of ammonia and urea, with production capacity of approximately 4 million tons per annum of ammonia and 6 million tons per annum of urea, ensuring food security for more than 100 million people day after day. Qatar Energy, in partnership with Chevron Phillips, has recently announced the start of construction of 2 ethane crackers with a capacity of more than 2 million tons per annum each, one in the state of Qatar and one in the United States of America. They will be the largest in the MENA region and in the world, respectively, with an expected startup date before the end of 2026. These projects constitute part and parcel of a wide array of projects here in the GCC that our industry is embarking on to raise production, to meet the growing global demand as populations grow and as living standards rise. I would like to conclude by once again welcoming our industry professionals, who we believe are more than capable to help stimulate the growth and competitiveness of our GCC industry. We are thankful to the great efforts of the GPC chairman, Mr. Abdurrahman Al-Faqih, and the Secretary General, Dr. Abdul Wahab Sa'doun, as well as the dedicated team at GPCA who have helped organize this event. I would like to also express our great gratitude to His Highness the Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, the Emir of the State of Qatar, for his wise leadership and continued support to the energy sector in Qatar. Thank you, and I wish you an enjoyable stay in Doha and a very successful forum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Your Excellency, thank you for this insightful address. Next on stage, it's my pleasure to invite another exemplary leader whose wisdom and guidance have been instrumental in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Allow me to welcome on stage His Royal Highness Prince Abdulaziz bin Salman Al Saud, Minister of Energy of Saudi Arabia.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. My two dear, near friends, brothers and colleagues, Saad and Salim, Your Highness Prince Saud, dear friends and colleagues in this sector. I couldn't start the speech without, as usual, getting offline. Mariam, you talked about how hospitable Qatar is and how generous Qatar is. And I was just this morning looking at some famous poem for a poet that we all know, at least in the Arab world. His name is Al-Jawahiri. He's an Iraqi, which I had the pleasure of meeting and befriending him at his later years of his life. Unfortunately, we lost him. But I couldn't help it to remember بيت شعر له ذكرني، وأعتقد أن هذا لسان حال الجميع الضيوف على دولة قطر في هذه المناسبة وفي كل المناسبات. لسان حالي وحال الجميع أعتقد. وهذا بيت الشعر يقول: فمن وطني إلى وطني رجوع وعن وطني إلى وطني إياب. I also had another comment for Muhammad, the young gentleman that we saw in the video. Couldn't help but to bring it to the attention of his and GPCA. In 2050, we will still be wearing thobes. We're not going to, again, I have to emphasize this. We're not going to change our colors. We're not going to change our beliefs. We would not change our pride of our history, of our culture. But I'm sure what we are trying to do with all of our visions is to make sure that the generations to come will be proud, as we are today, proud of ourselves. I'm back to the speech that was written for me, but I will have to deviate here and there. It's been my nature, it's been my maybe curse that I'm a deviator, but who knows? Being a deviator is not a bad idea. After all, you tend to be creative. In any way, Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a great pleasure to be with you here today on the 17th GPCA Forum in Doha, an event I have long held in high regards. The GPCA and its member companies are important drivers of economic growth and employment in the region. It is important to recognize, as the COP28 commenced on climate change, of course, that the petrochemical sector is also a crucial element in the global campaign to reduce greenhouse gases emissions. We have to keep that in mind and bear that in mind. The petrochemical industry is often under scrutiny for environmental concerns, but it has emerged as a driving force in fostering positive changes in the fight against climate change. Given the green and low carbon chemicals are at the heart of the Kingdom sustainability goal, we are assessing the production of sustainable and low carbon chemicals such as e-methanol, and clean urea through building a unique carbon dioxide utilization hub. We envision the hub will maximize value for the CO2 and enable new green industry in the Kingdom planned clean energy economy. Also, the Kingdom aim to enable sustainability in the petrochemical sector through recycling efforts, which contribute to solving the challenges of end-of-life plastics, allowing the use of non-sorted plastic, which are hard to recycle mechanically. The Kingdom has successfully converted oil derived from plastic waste into certified circular polymer for the first time in the Middle East and North Africa through collaboration between Saudi Aramco, SABIC, and Total Energies. Through its contribution to the global economy and its role in achieving the environmental sustainability goal, the demand for petrochemicals is expected to continue to grow. Globally, the fast growth in the petrochemical sector will reflect in greater demand for hydrocarbons as a feedstock. In fact, the sector is expected to grow by over 50% to around 1,200 billion tons per annum by 2040, with demand for basic chemicals such as ethylene, propylene, growing by more than 60%, according to market reports and analysts, which you are familiar with. The sector is also advancing through leveraging innovative and emerging technologies to maximize the yield of crude oil and conventional fuel into petrochemicals. To capture this global growth and play a role in meeting future demand for petrochemicals, Saudi Arabia's strategy in petrochemicals aim at maximizing added value while minimizing the carbon footprint, an endeavor for everybody these days, by focusing in liquids to chemical and upgrading low-value streams that are being burned as fuels to feedstock for petrochemicals. And we have already commenced that work and will continue doing that. We are also proud to say that we are in our way in expanding our portfolio with at least 4 projects coming online in the next few years and many more that focus on liquid to chemicals in the future. We are also aiming at diversifying our portfolio through maximizing the integration in the value chain and expanding the Kingdom downstream sector, which will enable industrial and manufacturing activities. Since last year, actually, 5 projects in the field of oil to chemical feed additives, catalysts, and institutional and industrial cleaners were approved, contributing to the diversification of our portfolio and bringing us closer to reaching our localization targets. The localization program is a key driver of our growth and diversification of our petrochemical product, as these products are essential for localization for the localization of many energy components, including drilling fluids, building materials, renewable energy components, amongst many others. Notably, advanced polymer play a crucial role in the creation of composite used in wind turbine blades, where their lightweight and durable properties contribute to increasing efficiency and reduce environmental impact. This advanced polymer are also employed as an alternative for traditional balsa wood, further enhancing the sustainability of wind turbine components. Funny enough, hydrocarbon is like a genie. It recomposes itself to make it essential, and there is no way out from that hydrocarbon. Additionally, polymers find applications as an integral component of solar panels. Here you go. Aiding in the production of lightweight and cost-effective photovoltaic systems. By actively participating in these renewable energy solutions, the petrochemical industry is showcasing the positive impact of polymer technology in advancing climate-friendly practices and contributing to a more sustainable future. Also, petrochemical and derivatives make around 50% of a vehicle volume, including electrical vehicles, by the way. Again, there is no way out, which I think it contributes to about 17% of an EV. Hence, petrochemical is here, as I said, to stay, and hydrocarbon will continue to be monetized. So I would ask our friends who are talking about transitioning, live with the facts and realities of the day and the realities of the decades to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Royal Highness, for this inspiration and insightful address. Now, moving to our incoming hosts, it's my pleasure to invite one of the visionary leaders from Sultanate Oman, His Excellency Salim bin Nasser bin Saeed Al Oufi, Minister of Energy and Minerals, to deliver his remark.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. First and foremost, it's probably the most difficult position to be in, to come after His Highness, who not only have a written speech, but also can innovate while he's standing, and of course, a veteran like His Excellency Saad Al-Ka'bi, who's been in this industry for quite some time. Your Royal Highness, Your Excellencies, good evening to you all. I was actually thinking of what would be the message that I would like to give to this forum that has been holding its session for the last probably 17 forums since 2006. And as I look around what's happening today, and I read the objectives of this forum, particularly the second one, which is the element of advocacy and the element of shaping the petrochemical and chemical industries, not only in the region, but also globally, I think we have to do a lot more. Because the industry, the upstream, as well as the downstream, is not only under scrutiny. Scrutiny I have no problem with, and I can manage that. But it's under unfair and unjust attack from those who probably know very little about the contribution of this industry to everyday life, and also to the transition and the future life that we've seen in the pictures. Because this industry, as His Excellency, His Highness have already highlighted, have transformed the way we live and is also going to contribute positively and very impactful going forward toward the energy transition that we're talking about as we produce renewable energy from turbines, from solar, and other forms of renewable energy. The petrochemical industry is there to give and is there to contribute, and it's going to be an extremely important pillar. Where we fail, and why I say we have to do more, is the fact that we are not spending enough time educating. His Excellency Saad also already mentioned this in his speech, and making the contribution of this industry, a positive contribution, known to everybody. The plastic industry, as you probably know, is under a serious attack. And we're spending a lot of time flying around from one place to another. The last was in Nairobi only a few weeks ago, trying to educate and trying to protect what we're doing, and telling everybody that we're probably one of the most responsible industries, if you look at what we do. And we have serious plans to manage the waste that we consume and some of the waste that we also produce. But those messages are coming, unfortunately, as a defense forum and not an advocacy forum. And so we need to spend a little bit more time in forums like this and other forums to really share how we're contributing to the good lives that we all live and the future lives that we are aspiring toward. I visited the OPEC booth this morning as part of the COP28. And what I didn't see is the value of the single barrel. And I'm sure you've all seen this picture. And that's the kind of pictures we have to continue showing, where everybody think by electrifying the electricity generation, creating renewable energy, transforming the electricity sector, and going into electrical vehicles, then we don't need hydrocarbon anymore. And actually, if you look at this, the size and the contribution of the petrochemical from that one single barrel, transportation is a very small percent. And yes, we can, and electricity is a small percent. So we can do renewable energy, and we can convert our cars into EVs. The biggest component that we will not be able to do with electrons or with the hydrogen are the things that His Highness talked about, the clothes that we're wearing, the turbines that we will be building, and so on. They need the petrochemical industry, and we have to make sure that everybody understands this. So we have a lot of work to do. This forum, I'm sure, will be addressing a lot of that. But the next forum should also continue that journey and build on it and make the sound of this industry even stronger. And with that, it gives me great pleasure. And actually, if you look at the back of your card, you will probably see it already. It gives me great pleasure to welcome everybody to GPCA 18 in Muscat in December next year. We will definitely take the actions and the learnings from this forum and the previous ones, and we will try to address as much as we can at the next forum. Of course, that will be the first time that we will host GPCA in Oman. So we will try and make your presence impactful and meaningful and I look forward to see each and everyone in this forum and probably more in Muscat next year. Thank you very much.
يا هلا ومرحبا.
قربوا شوف حي.
حيكم مرحبا بكم. Welcome to Oman.
مرحبا ينعودة. أهلا بكم في عمان.
We're extremely thrilled that Oman will be hosting the 18th GPCA Forum next year, 2024.
Please mark your calendar and join us in Muscat next December.
It is an honor to welcome you all. Oman awaits you with open arms.
أراكم في منتدى جبكة 2024.
Your Excellency, thank you for this insightful address, and we are all looking forward for another successful edition in Oman. Your Royal Highness, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the second part of our ceremony today, the 5th edition of the GPCA Legacy Award Al-Rawat, the honor of a lifetime. The Legacy Initiative and the Legacy Award were launched in 2017 to recognize the pioneer of the chemical and petrochemical industry in the Arabian Gulf. Half a decade since its establishment, the award has honored some of the most prominent individuals for their extraordinary contribution to the chemical and petrochemical industry in the GCC. We will now watch a curtain raiser video to find out more about the award and the aspirations behind it.
Legacy is a great unifying force. It links countries and generations. It brings unity and cooperation. It inspires emulation and fosters national pride. Central to the legacy of the Arabian Gulf are the pioneers who laid the foundations for a chemical and petrochemical industry in the GCC. As part of GPCA's commitment to support the advancement of our industry, the GPCA Legacy Initiative was born to pay tribute and honor these remarkable individuals who dedicated their life and efforts to build a competitive regional industry of great global significance. The GPCA Legacy Award, Al-Rawat, is the first of its kind in the Arabian Gulf region. It's dedicated to the pioneers of the chemical and petrochemical industry in the GCC. After careful consideration, winners are bestowed with the GPCA Legacy Award, the honor of a lifetime. These are individuals who have made extraordinary contributions to foster and strengthen the chemical industry in one or more of the GCC states. They are the ones who laid the paths others have followed in Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Qatar, Kuwait, and Oman. These are no ordinary people, but leaders with vision, whose lives exemplify integrity, perseverance, grit, courage, and dedication to excellence. Despite enormous challenges, the Arabian Gulf chemical industry pioneers laid the foundation for a globally competitive GCC chemical sector. They succeeded by challenging the status quo and by overcoming all obstacles in their way. In so doing, they illuminated the road that succeeding generations have followed. Theirs is a lasting legacy that lives on to this day. It falls on us to value, cherish, and preserve it, and continue on the journey they began.
I'd like to invite on stage Dr. Abdul Wahab Al-Sa'doun, the Secretary General of GPCA, to say a few words about the award and announce this year's award recipient.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, Your Royal Highness, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Inspired by the video, the curtain raiser video, which is a journey on time, I would like to remind my generation, remember that in the 90s, all the TV stations throughout the GCC region were broadcasting in Arabic, Channel 1, and English, Channel 2. So with your permission, I'd like to switch to Channel 1 first and then switch back to Channel 2. نحن يعني مأمورين بشكر من أحسن صنعا، وأبدأ بشكر مجموعة كبيرة، لكن ودي أخص سمو الأمير عبد العزيز بشكر خاص لسببين. السبب الأول حرصه على المشاركة، والسبب الثاني أنه هو من سن سنة حميدة بدعوة وزراء الطاقة لمؤتمر جبكة اللي عقد في الرياض، وأتمنى هذه السنة تستمر سمو الأمير، وأتمنى أنك أيضا جدول مؤتمر جبكة اللي في مسقط ولك كلمة إن شاء الله بنحرص نحطها في البرنامج. الشكر أيضا موصول لسعادة سالم العوفي، حرصه على المشاركة رغم أنه مرتبط في ارتباطات كثيرة في الكوب 28، حرصه على دعوتكم. أنا متأكد أنه تجربة الجبكة في مسقط بتكون تجربة متميزة، فشكرا معاليك على المشاركة وشكرا على الدعوة. أخيرا وليس آخرا، شكرا سعادة سعد الكعبي. نبقى مقصرين لو قلنا أنه الشكر يوفيكم حقكم في قطر. أنا أشكرك لسببين. أولا للتعاون اللي حصلنا عليه من الإخوان في قطر إنرجي، وصراحة يعني شيء مميز. أتمنى الإخوان في أوكيو this is a benchmark يعني. الأمر الثاني أنا أشكرك شخصياً على لمسة وفاء جميلة بصراحة من عندك، اللي هي مشاركتك في الفيديو للشخص المكرم اليوم، وهذه سجية أنا عرفتها شخصياً في هالقطر، الطيبة والوفاء، فألف شكر لك على هالمبادرة الجميلة. Now switching to Channel 2, and I do apologize for our expat colleagues who were not with us. As outlined, we've launched this award to recognize the pioneers, to let the way up for those who follow up on the way, you know, the generation that come and the future generation as well. And also to preserve our shared history. And most importantly is really to instill the values of those leaders. You know, our industry, maybe you've seen in the videos, in the 70s, the 60s, we lacked all the ingredient for the success. But nevertheless, we successfully developed a globally competitive petrochemical industry. We lacked at that time the indigenous technology. We lacked at that time the infrastructure, the skilled workforce, the market, the domestic market is very limited. So all of those challenges, and despite the skepticism, both the domestic and the international, we managed to prove that all those who had, you know, bet on our failure, that they were not successful. And today, the Arabian Gulf region is a global hub for the production of commodity petrochemical, thanks to the, the seed that had been planted by those leaders, we are continuing, inshallah, and we will continue this journey in the future. It's fair to state a couple of things. The 7 leaders that we had recognized so far, they did not act alone. There were hundreds or thousands of people who shared their vision and their commitment. So this recognition is not only for those leaders, it is for the team that had worked closely with them to achieve those accomplishments. Secondly, and more importantly, it is the vision of the governments who empowered those leaders to accomplish those achievements that we celebrate today. So with this, I'm standing before you today to pay tribute to one of the distinguished Arabian Gulf pioneer who had left a legacy behind him which is difficult to match or repeat. I am truly privileged and honored to announce that the winner of this edition of the GPCA Legacy Award is the father of petrochemical in Qatar, as had been nominated by His Excellency the Minister. So it's Engineer Hamad bin Rashid Al-Muhannadi. I wish you good health and long life, and thank you for your contribution, Abu Rashid. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Dr. Abdul Wahab. We will now watch a special tribute video about Engineer Hamad Rashid Al-Muhannadi.
Engineer Hamad Rashid Al-Muhannadi was born in 1958 in Doha, Qatar. He graduated with a bachelor's degree in applied engineering science from Portland State University. After graduating, he returned to Qatar, where he started his career at National Oil Distribution Company. In 1991, Al-Muhannadi was appointed as Deputy General Manager and Expansion Team Leader at QAPCO.
For me as a young engineer, when we talked about the petrochemical sector, Hamad Rashid's name always came up as one of the pioneers and the person to talk to if you want to talk about petrochemicals. I saw him as the icon that was the petrochemical guy, if you will.
1994 marked the start of QAPCO's golden age with record high profits, which enabled it to embark on a consistent exponential expansion. The expansion of EP1 came on stream in 1996. The same year witnessed the inauguration of LDPE2, with 3 more plants commencing production in 2007, 2009, and 2012. At QAPCO's 40th anniversary, its LDPE production capacity had increased 500%, making it a world leader in LDPE.
Engineer Hamad Rashid Al-Muhannadi contribution to the success of QAPCO has been hugely significant, and his influence has left a lasting impact on not only the company but the national industrial landscape.
In the 1990s, early 2000s, Al-Muhannadi was at the helm of Qatar's drive to establish new downstream industries. He played an instrumental role in the creation of Qatar Vinyl Company, QVC. In 1998, together with Qatar's strategic partners, Al-Muhannadi established Qatar Plastic Product Company, QPPC, Qatar's first plastic converter. Building on QAPCO's successful track record of industry consolidation, Engineer Al-Muhannadi helped to establish new downstream ventures. He was the driving force behind establishing Ras Laffan Olefins Company in 2002 to produce ethylene feedstock. He also played an instrumental role in the creation of Qatofin in 2005 as a joint venture with Total Petrochemicals.
Mr. Mohanadi was running efficient and effective meetings. He is a great listener and a man of few words. But when he does speak, believe me, the room listens. Mr. Mohanadi has always been very respectful with the shareholder. As Total Energy representative, I can tell you he was quick to come with concrete and game-changing solutions. He is not only a clever negotiator, but also consistently maintain positive relationship even when dealing firmly.
So I first met Hamid Al-Mohanadi in 1997. We were both working on the QChem-1 joint venture. And it was clear from the very beginning that Hamid was a gifted leader. He was well-liked, he was respected, he was smart, he knew his business. As a negotiator, he was tenacious and he was tough, but he was very fair. Later, I became the first general manager of QChem-1. Hamid was the general manager of Capco. And in that role, he really was a trusted advisor, a mentor, and a good friend.
Al-Mohanadi led Qabco to become fully integrated with its sister companies, generating significant cost savings and efficiency gains, and becoming a model in the region. Realizing the value of collaboration with regional players, he was among the 8 visionary leaders from the Arabian Gulf who came together in 2006 to establish GPCA. He served on GPCA's first board from 2006 to 2009. Since its inception, he envisioned that GPCA would encourage industry research, promote talent development, and organize industrial conferences and seminars. In 2007, Al-Mohanadi was appointed as the Managing Director and CEO at RasGas.
Rashid will be remembered for his real contribution to strengthen the petrochemical sector in Qatar. Obviously, after that, he took a leadership position in RasGas, where he had a very big influence in the LNG sector. And Hamid, from my interactions with him, I've worked with him very closely on many subjects and many issues. He's a person of discipline, very high ethical standard. So his leadership in everywhere he went was very obvious.
In 2011, he was appointed chairman of Qabco and vice chairman of Qatar Petroleum. At the helm of Qabco, Al-Mohanadi achieved 30% workforce nationalization, the highest percentage in the company's history, and won numerous awards.
As well as being an exceptional and inspiring leader, Mr. Al-Mohanadi was a dear friend. He was very close to everyone at Capco, attending social and CSR gatherings with employees and always assuring safe and good operation.
He recognized the role of R&D and academia in the industry's success and drove Qatar's national universities programs to integrate the energy sector's needs to match the university's curriculums. He left a lasting legacy infused with knowledge, wisdom, and utmost dedication to transforming his country into a global and regional petrochemical powerhouse.
So Hamid, from all of us at Phillips 66, congratulations on this very special recognition, and it is so well deserved, and we are so very proud of you. Thank you for being a great partner all these years and a special friend.
Mr. Mohanadi, Hamad, Mabrouk, you are a pioneer in Qatar. Congratulations on this brilliant achievement.
He will be remembered as a game changer and an innovator who worked hard for the interest of Qatar, making Qatar LNG and petrochemical sector a global energy powerhouse that's it's today.
We thank Hamid Rashid for all his contribution to all the sectors he participated in the energy sector. His contribution was very much felt, and I think he left behind him a lot of leaders that he developed, he trains, he nurtured, and he supported, and they are making him very proud.
For his contribution to the development of a petrochemical industry in Qatar and the wider region, Engineer Al-Mohanadi is bestowed with the 5th GPCA Legacy Award, a Rawad. the honor of a lifetime.
Congratulations, Engineer Hamad. Now, it is time to present the Legacy Award Trophy. Allow me to welcome on stage again His Excellency Saad Sharida Al-Ka'bi, Minister of State for Energy Affairs and the President and CEO of Qatar Energy, and Engineer Abdurrahman Al-Faqih, Chairman of GPCA and CEO of SABIC. Please join me on stage. Engineer Hamad Rashid Al-Muhannadi, please join us on stage to receive your trophy. Let us honor this moment with a group photo with our esteemed executive and the family member of Engineer Hamad. Allow me to call again on stage Dr. Abdul Wahab Al-Sa'doun and Dr. Muhammad Yusuf Al-Mulla, Managing Director and CEO, to join the group photo. Congratulations, Burashid. Please welcome on stage to deliver your remark.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is a very emotional moment for me. Your Royal Highness, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all of you. I stand before you today, humbled and honored to accept the 5th Al-Ruwad Legacy Award, the most prestigious recognition in the petrochemical and chemical industry and in the region. This honor is an acknowledgement of the endeavors and dedications to the past and present leaders who contributed to the success of Qatar energy industry. The success of today has been made possible through the visionary leadership of His Highness, the Father Emir Sheikh Hamid bin Khalifa Al Thani, and His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, the Emir of the State of Qatar, and the wise guidance of His Excellency Saad bin Sharida Al-Ka'bi, the Minister of State for Energy Affairs. I would also like to thank His Excellency Abdullah bin Hamad Al Atiyah, the former Minister of Energy and Industry, for his trust, guidance, and friendship throughout my career. His Excellency has been a role model and a pioneer in the development of Qatar's energy industry. I would not be standing here today without the dedication and hard work of my colleagues and staffs at various organizations that I have had the privilege of working for. I want to express my heartfelt thanks to all of them for being part of this incredible journey. I would also like to express my gratitude to our international and national partners for the invaluable contribution and support that they have provided in the development of Qatar petrochemical sector. I have spent over 33 years working in refining, petrochemicals, oil and gas, and I have witnessed the astonishing transformation and the growth of these sectors in Qatar and in the region. I want to thank the remarkable teams that I have worked with in Qatar Petroleum and its joint ventures, including Cabco, RasGas, QChem, QVC, Catofin, Kafak, and Nakilat. Without their dedication, passion, and unwavering commitment, to our mission, none of this would have been possible. These companies have played a vital role in strengthening Qatar's position as a global leader in petrochemicals and in LNG production and export. The Reward Legacy Award is not just a recognition of past achievement, it's a call for action for the future. It's a commitment to continue pushing the boundaries of innovation and making positive impact on our communities and the world. I would like to thank the GPCA Board of Directors, the Secretary General, and the Legacy Award Committee for their nomination. I'm confident that the GPCA will continue its commitment to further success, and I'm proud to have been one of its founding members. On a personal note, I wish to acknowledge and thank my family for their support throughout this journey. Their understanding, love, and encouragement have been my motive to strive for success throughout my career. To conclude, I want to express my immense pride at being part of the development of Qatar petrochemical and chemical industry. And I look forward to witnessing the continued growth and success in the capable hands of the dedicated teams that will carry our legacy forward. Thank you once again, and I wish you a very successful forum. Thank you.
Congratulations once more, Engineer Hamad Rashid Al-Muhannadi, on receiving the GPCA Legacy Award. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of this grand ceremony. Thank you so much for joining us, and may I kindly ask you to remain seated as our host, His Excellency Mr. Saad Al-Shareed Al-Ka'bi, and his esteemed guest of honor inaugurate the exhibition. Thank you so much, and see you tomorrow, inshallah. Thank you.